Hello and welcome back, and yes, I know what you're thinking. Last video I made was a video that was the exact same format of this, and to be honest, a very similar video, but you know what, I'm running out of ideas, okay, and I just wanted to talk about this. I did mention this in the last video, but E3 is very soon, on the 12th of June, and there's been absolutely loads of rumours and leaks, and today I wanted to go over the biggest ones and the ones that I think are most likely. So let's get into it. The first one is the one that's probably been talked about the most, and the one that I think is probably most likely, and honestly one of the ones I'm most excited for, and that is a brand new Donkey Kong game. Now, although I like the Donkey Kong Country series, I feel like it is definitely not my favourite, and I definitely wouldn't be really excited about a brand new Donkey Kong Country game, but the rumour has stated that it was like a completely different take on the Donkey Kong franchise. Whether that means 3D or not, I don't know. I think obviously 3D would be amazing, and like basically a retelling of Donkey Kong 64, if you ask me, is the best case scenario for this. I think it's most likely that they'll go for a 2D game, but I think it will be a completely different take on the franchise. So not a new Donkey Kong Country, basically. And I definitely do have high expectations for whatever it is, because it is being developed by the Mario Odyssey team, which, you know, they've clearly been good. But yeah, everyone's talked to death about the possible Donkey Kong game, which I think is probably most likely. But yeah, obviously a 3D game would be really, really cool. Obviously, you know, it'd be great if it was unique, but I think maybe take something that, say, New Super Mario Bros. Or Star Fox 64 did, but for Donkey Kong 64, I think that would be really cool. Next up is something that looks actually pretty promising in terms of how likely it is, and that is a new 2D Metroid game. Now, obviously, Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out at some point, I hope so, and I've got, again, very high expectations for that, but I don't think it'll be for a long time. Obviously, in 2019, it was confirmed that the entire project was postponed and basically started again, which kind of sucks. But you know what, whatever. It means we probably won't get it for a long time. It looks like they're going to do a Duke Nukem Forever on us. But you know what, it might not be that long, or who knows, maybe it'll be in this direct. But obviously, you know, with Metroid Prime 4, they're clearly trying really hard with it, so I definitely don't think they'll do a Duke Nukem Forever in terms of how good the actual game is. I reckon with the amount of time they're taking on it, it's bound to be amazing. But for a 2D Metroid game, I'm not the biggest fan of the old school Metroid game and Super Metroid. Obviously, you know, they're great games, but like I feel like Metroid Prime on the GameCube just like was really more so my thing, and I definitely think that I'd be more excited for Metroid Prime 4. But obviously, a 2D Metroid game would be cool. Something that I think is probably very likely again is more information on the sequel to Breath of the Wild, considering last time it was really addressed was, well, 2 years ago when it got announced, and we all saw my reaction for that. But yeah, obviously Breath of the Wild 2 would be absolutely great. Obviously I like Breath of the Wild, but I feel like it didn't capture me as quickly or as much as other people. That's not to say it's not a really, really good game. I mean, I can tell that it's a really great game, and obviously I think it's just a me problem. It didn't capture me that much. But Breath of the Wild 2 went, by the looks of it anyway, went for like a darker, edgy tone, kind of like Majora's Mask in a way. So I think this could look pretty promising. Although I don't think it'll come out for a while. Just considering the fact that we've heard nothing from it since the announcement, I reckon they probably won't just launch it out of nowhere. I think it'll probably take 1, 2, maybe even 3 more years to actually come out. Something which I think is a bit unlikely, to be honest, but obviously, I mean, it'd be great if it happened, and that's Mario Kart 9. Now, again, I talked about how much I'd really like a Mario Kart 9, but honestly, I'm not sure we'll get one. We've never had 2 Mario Karts on one system, and on the Switch we've got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Now, obviously, Home Circuit was a spin-off, and Deluxe was a port, so, but yeah, hopefully they'll just count those as spin-offs and give us a brand new game, considering we haven't had a new Mario Kart since, well, 2012. Another thing that's probably pretty obvious that we'll get is Splatoon 3. Now, Splatoon 3 was recently announced in like a direct, and again, and it was confirmed that it was going to come out in 2022. And I think we'll see a little bit of information about it, but not a lot, if you ask me. Another thing that was leaked was the introduction of a brand new first-party franchise. So basically, it was really unspecific, and there's not really anything I can say, just a brand new franchise. But yeah, I can't really say a lot about this because no one knows anything about it. It's just a new thing. Cool, I guess. Another really unspecific thing that was leaked, that was just a new something Mario related. So that could mean that could be Mario Kart 9. Possible that this could be a new Mario Part 2. Obviously, that would be cool. Or maybe even a new platformer, like a new Super Mario Bros. Game. Or maybe even Mario Odyssey 2, who knows? Or some sort of 3D Mario game. I think it's unlikely that we're going to get another 3D Mario game, but there's a good chance it'll be a new Super Mario Bros. Game. Which, honestly, you know what? Whatever. I no comment on that. As Bojo once said, I can't comment on that. Another thing which I think is quite likely is the leak of, obviously, the Zelda 35th anniversary, because it's roundabout now. I've talked a little bit about it in the 35th anniversary Mario video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but some of the things that hopefully I would like is maybe almost like a 3D All-Stars sort of game, but for Zelda. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be called Zelda 3D All-Stars because the whole reason Mario's was called Mario 3D All-Stars was because it's a 3D take on Mario All-Stars on the SNES. But what I think would be a great idea, but probably a bit unlikely since that game didn't really sell very well, and that would be the name would be a new take on Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, which was on the GameCube and was basically just a collection of the first Zelda, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. So obviously there's some 3D games in there, so it wouldn't be called Collector's Edition 3D. But I think it would be a bit harder to do because they'd have to have stuff like Skyward Sword and Wind Waker. Skyward Sword's already on the Switch, so that would be a bit of a problem, because the whole point of Mario 3D All-Stars was that they've never been on the system before, and now they are. So that gets a bit confusing. I definitely think we're going to see a couple of things for the Zelda 35th anniversary, or maybe that'll be just a brand new Direct. I honestly don't know. Now here's a leak that I think is a bit unlikely and probably not going to happen, and that's Earthbound/Mother. Now, I'm not talking Mother 3 coming to Switch. I'm on about a brand new Earthbound/Mother game. Played the first one on the SNES, got about 2 hours into it and got bored. I know it's a good game, it's just not my thing. I don't like 2D RPGs. Now, if they went for a 3D take and not like a top-down take, that would be really cool. Pretty much the only top-down RPG I really actually got into was Pokemon, obviously. Things like Dragon Quest and obviously Earthbound didn't really grab me. I'm also like 3D RPGs like Persona or Xenoblade, so I'd probably definitely like to see a 3D take on it. But honestly, I think it's unlikely that we'll get a new Earthbound game. Something which I have mixed feelings about how likely it is as a new Wario game. Now I think this is more likely to be a WarioWare game, and honestly I probably prefer a WarioWare because I played a couple of Wario Land games and none of them really grabbed me. Obviously they're not bad by any means, I just thought they were basically just kind of basic 2D platformers that obviously nothing wrong with them, but I just think they're not the most interesting. But WarioWare, on the other hand, I think is a really fun idea, and definitely has been expanded on loads in the past, and continues to expand on it. So I would definitely like to see a new WarioWare game. Now, I previously stated that I very much like the Persona games, and another thing that was leaked was Persona 4 Golden. Now, I would probably prefer Persona 5, and we did get Persona 5 Strikers, but Persona 4 Golden, obviously, is a game I never got to play, so obviously I really like that if Persona 4 Golden got on the platform, and I just think it'll be really cool. However, since it's kind of an old game, and, it'll be more likely if they just did Persona 5, I'm not sure that they will put, maybe they'll put, Persona, maybe 3, 4, and 5 on the platform. That would be really cool. But I think it'll be most likely either just Persona 5 or nothing. See, I'd like Persona 5 on the Switch, but I think Persona 4 Golden would be more interesting. And the last thing, and probably the least interesting if you ask me, was a new mobile game, which, really, I've only gotten into 2 of the mobile Nintendo games, and that was Pokemon Go and Dr. Mario World. Dr. Mario World was just a fun thing to do on the bus when I was bored, and Pokemon Go was really fun for 6 months, and then it got boring. But still, it was really good for what it was. The only annoying thing is you had to constantly have a ton of data just to play it, which was kind of annoying. But like, whatever. A new mobile game, sure. Mario Run sucked. Mario Kart Tour sucked. So this one might suck. Dr. Mario World was just Dr. Mario. Nothing much else to say about that. Just plain old Dr. Mario. It had a lot of new characters, but the gameplay itself was just Dr. Mario at the end of the day. Which, so basically, it's good. But, you know, I could just play any other Dr. Mario game and it's the exact same thing, and I don't have to have my data switched on. And those are all the leaks that I was going to talk about in today's video. Obviously, you know, these aren't confirmed and a lot of them are probably unlikely, but it's still fun to theorize and talk about what could come. But yeah, last E3 was a little clunky, not perfect. Basically, the only thing I was, you know, really excited for was the Banjo-Kazooie for Smash announcement. But I think the next E3 is looking a lot more promising and looks like it's going to be really cool. Anyway, goodbye.